How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. Welcome back for another marathon. A little bit different this time. For a change, we're going to spice things up a bit, play some games that we don't usually cover as a part of the marathon. We'll be doing Metal Gear 1 to start with, as usual, and then I'm going to do Snatcher. Then DRK is going to take over for Metal Gear 2 and MGS 1. And then I think we're going to go through the series as we usually do with MGS 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're probably going to leave out Peace Walker and 5 this time. And then I'm just going to do Police Knots at the very end to wrap it up after MGS 4. That is the rough plan for what we're going to do. It could be, it might change. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do yet, but that's the rough plan. So yeah, we're going to start off with Metal Gear and Snatcher. It should be fun. Let me see here. Cynic, thank you very much for the 44 months. Mr. Man, good to see you there. Rose with the 7 months. Stew Man with the 17. Young Snow with the 4. Cheers, Young Snow. Ice Arrow with the 25. Omaru with the 74. Dark Dylan with the 8. Coney with the 33. Cheers, everyone. It's good to see you all. How's it going? Viewer, what's up? Let me see. Mercian, welcome back. Hey, dog. And yeah, this will keep me sane through the weekend. Hey, I'm happy to be of service, Mr. Man. I know you were saying that you're going to be like full on with work for the next while. But yeah, let's get into it, shall we? I'm looking forward to doing some Snatcher finally as a part of a marathon. And I haven't played Police Knots in years. And like, when was the last time I played it? 2 years ago? 3 years ago? I don't think it's been 3 years, but yeah, I don't think we did one last year. We haven't done one this year so far. I think it's been a while now. So yeah, that should be some fun. Hopefully we can time it so it works out. We might need to adjust some stuff near the end of the marathon just so it'll all work with the timing. Give me a second here. I'll be doing the Saturn port. Yeah, the Saturn version is the best version of Police Knots. With the fan translation. Hold on. Bucka battle da bump bump bump. Battle da 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 bump. Schneepa, I don't give a fuck about any of your questions. Okay? Thanks. Now, let me see here. But no new bug theories. I don't think. Not since last time. Let's do it. So, of course, we will be playing on original difficulty. Let's get into it. Where it all began. The Genesis. Yeah, maybe I still have some of that Bale energy left in me from last night. I don't know. This is Big Boss, Operation Intrude N313. Infiltrate the enemy's base, Outer Heaven, and destroy the ultimate weapon, Metal Gear. Let's go over the details first. Make contact with Grey Fox and find the location of the ultimate weapon, Metal Gear. Let's use frequency 120.85 for all communications from now on. Over. Let's do it. So, of course, we start out with absolutely nothing apart from our cigarettes. Right from the beginning of the series, it's OSP. You only start with cigarettes. Surgeon General's warning. Cigarette smoking may be hazardous to your health. There's a pretty crazy little Easter egg regarding the cigarettes at the very end of the game. Much like the later games in the series, you can use them to see lasers, which is kind of a hidden mechanic as well. I can't remember if there's a call about it. Actually, we'll have to check later. The cardboard box, I think, is also left as a bit of a mystery. Maybe they explained it in the manual. They don't ever explain what it does mechanically in the game. They just make fun of you for it. This is Big Boss. The mission is infiltration. Make sure that the enemy does not discover your whereabouts. Over. Snatch, this was Kojima's first game. Not the first game that he worked on, but the first game with him as Overseer. Snatcher was his second project after this game. Then Metal Gear 2, then Police Knots, then MGS1. Kojima was already a 10-year vet before MGS1. Let's stock up on rations here. So it's always worth explaining how the class system works in this game. A lot of people haven't played the first Metal Gear. As you can see underneath my life, it says class. To increase your class, you need to rescue prisoners in Outer Heaven. The more prisoners you rescue, the higher your class becomes. The higher your class, the more ammo you can carry, the more items you can carry, rations, etc. And you need certain amounts of ammo to beat the bosses in the game. So it is an absolute necessity in this game that you rescue prisoners to increase your class so you have enough ammo to beat the bosses. It's kind of like the core system in the game. It's pretty cool. You can like come up against a boss without having the means to kill him. Like you can encounter the bosses when your class isn't high enough, and then you're just forced to go back if you don't have the right amount of ammo. It's kind of a unique system in this game. It doesn't come back for Metal Gear 2. Metal Gear 1 actually has an anti-soft locking thing, where even if you're actually, I'm not sure what the deal is with being able to kill prisoners. I know you can kill prisoners near the end of the game, but can you kill prisoners with normal weapons like pistols? Might be something to check later, because I can't actually remember. But if you repeatedly die near the end of the game will just give you your high class anyway. And I think maybe that's something that you can only do at the end of the game, but I'm not sure. Anyway, we might actually play around with some of this later. It's kind of interesting as well in this game. You can ignore so much of what you're supposed to do if you already know what to do. Like our objective to contact Grey Fox, you don't even have to interact with Grey Fox. You can leave him in his cell. Dr. Madnar tells you how to destroy Metal Gear, but if you already know how to destroy Metal Gear, you don't need to rescue him. You can just go straight to Metal Gear and ignore him and his daughter. You can ignore almost all of the radio calls in the game as well, I think. So it's kind of cool. If you know exactly what to do in Metal Gear 1, you can basically ignore the entire story of the game and all the characters in the game. That isn't possible in Metal Gear 2. But yeah, a lot of the game revolves around just trying to find all the information you need. Using your contacts, calling them at the correct time. I guess you'll need to call Jennifer a couple of times to get the rocket launcher, right? Um, yeah, the enemies in this game might also seem a bit stupid at first glance. And they are kind of weird. They don't really feel like humans in Metal Gear 1. You have to be standing like right across from them on the exact line that they're walking on in order to be spotted by them. Not exactly, but yeah. If I'm here, he'll see me. If I'm up here, he won't see me. And this might make you think, oh, wow. This game is going to be a walk in the park. But no. Later on, there'll be enemies all over the screen, and they'll all be walking and facing different directions and turning, and you have to keep your eyes on all of them and move through them carefully. When you're just dealing with one enemy like this, it's easy, but the stealth in this game is actually pretty challenging when you get to later parts of it. Martian, thank you for gifting us up to Safi. Here we get binoculars. And these dogs up here, that's where we'll be going later. Binoculars allow you to see the one screen up, down, left, or right of your present location. I always think it's really cool how binoculars work in these older Metal Gear games. We equip them, and then we're just allowed to move on to the next screen. Just to see where the enemies are before we move over. So we don't get caught by them. Pretty cool. Whoop. See, that's the kind of crazy shit you can do in this game to avoid enemies. Peace Walker and MGS5, but replaced by Snatcher and Police Knots. Maybe we'll have time to do like a really short Peace Walker run. If I need DRK to kill some time before I take over for Police Knots. DRK doesn't play Snatcher or Police Knots. I don't think he's ever played them. So I'll have to play both of those games. So I'm going to do Snatcher after Metal Gear 1. And I'm going to do Police Knots after MGS4. But yeah, I'm not sure. The timing will be okay for Snatcher, but with Police Knots, obviously I'd like DRK to be the one to finish off MGS4 if, you know, for the timing to work out. But yeah, maybe if we're struggling to get the timing correct, maybe he'll have to do like a quick Peace Walker run or something. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, the rough estimation is Metal Gear 1, Snatcher, Metal Gear 2, MGS 1, 2, 3, 4, Police Knots. But yeah, it might change roughly. Yeah, maybe he could just do some big boss runs or something. We'll see. Here, they just test your patience. If you just wait, these guys will eventually move. But yeah, the original idea for Metal Gear was that you were actually going to be playing as a prisoner in Outer Heaven. And your goal was to escape. Which was inspired by The Great Escape. This is Big Boss. Watch out for the surveillance cameras. Over. Those elevator rooms, that place where we just came from, they kind of serve as your checkpoint areas. Every time you die, you'll get put back to the last elevator room. The last time you entered an elevator room. So if you want to give yourself a checkpoint in this game, just go back to an elevator room. It'll save your progress. But yeah, when work started on Metal Gear 1, Kojima wanted to recreate the feeling that he had when he watched the movie The Great Escape. The tension of being a prisoner trying to escape this base. I think that's why they give that game, or that film, special attention in MGS3. With MGS3 being the birth of the series chronologically, I think Kojima wanted to pay homage to the film that inspired the series to begin with. I'm saved! Here's our first prisoner. But yeah, the concept changed and we end up trying to rescue prisoners instead. Ba-dum. Let me put on a gas mask here. This is Big Boss. I forgot to tell you. Yeah, sure you did. You'll need a gas mask for the gas room. Schneider, the leader of the resistance, should be able to tell you where to get a gas mask. Over. Let's call up Schneider. I always forget the frequencies in MG1 and 2, but I think this is Schneider. Yeah. This is Resistance Leader Schneider. The gas mask is on the first floor to the south. Yeah, so if you don't have the mask and you need to know where to find it, Schneider is your man. And that's his role in this game. He'll always be the one to tell you where to find the items. And yeah, structurally the game is fairly similar to the later games, or MGS 1 and 2. We're in this big fortress, we need to find certain items, key weapons, key cards to access new parts of the facility. Punch this guy, run past him. And here we get introduced to one of the advanced strategies of the MSX games. If you punch an enemy in these games, they stay stunned for a couple of seconds, allowing you to just run past them. So if you want to be fancy and go for no kills, this is a crucial strat. In these versions that came with the with MGS3 Subsistence, you can actually do big boss runs as well. So it's obviously it's a requirement for those big boss runs. Konami wanted a game to combat Capcom's Commando, so Metal Gear was born. Intruder, was that originally the going to be a name for Metal Gear Bad Humans? Intruder? No different from how Silent Hill was born from Konami wanting their own Resident Evil. Right. Yeah, it seems like you were saying before with regards to the modern day, Konami have a history of copying Capcom. Now they seem to be doing it again with the whole remake craze, the whole remake trend. Whoop, go. Metal Gear was Intruder, Police Knots was Beyond, and Snatcher was Junker, right? Did I see that the original Resident Evils are on GOG? Yeah, I saw something like that. I didn't really pay attention to it, but I saw people posting about it on Discord. Hey, Martian, thank you for gifting a sub to Bad Humans. Cheers. Ooh, go, go, go. Gotta be really careful there if you want to avoid the alerts and the kills. Go. Oh! Look who it is. Blood Sense. You're a legend with the 25 pack. Jesus. Cheers, man. The RE-GOG ports aren't that great, apparently, because they're just the old PC ports. Okay. Blood Sense. Again, thank you, man. You're too kind. So now we have card 2. Let's go back this way. We have another guy here. Thanks for saving me. The Foxhound member that infiltrated this base a few days ago is unharmed. They captured him. Yeah, they'll start giving you little hints as well, these prisoners, about where you should go. Now we want to go up to the second floor. Oh, fuck! That was silly. I forget what's the deal with the cameras now. If I walk past this camera, it's probably going to see me. Let me just see if I can get in here. I'm going to be lazy. Oh, wow. I'm able to open it from here with the card. Oof. Martian coming in with another 10-pack as well. Jesus. Cheers, man. Ba-dum. So here it's kind of cool. Oh, I forgot to call. Yeah, we get the RC missiles here. Nikitas. First iteration of the Nikita. Use the directional buttons to control the path of the missile. Player cannot move while controlling the missile. Yeah, we can go back the way we just came and destroy an electrified floor with the Nikitas. Or we can go back through the gas room, which is actually a bit faster. We don't actually need to use these Nikitas yet. Let's go back through the gas room. I freaked your mom with the 22. Cheers. Pop up. Another guy rescued. Number 3. Okay, now we get this guard rush section, kind of like a mini boss thing. The first iteration of this. Whoa! Oh, Jesus! Yeah. Made of balls out of that. Oof. And if we kill all of them, we get a suppressor as a reward. Cool thing about this fight as well is that you don't have to kill these guys. Right? The suppressor isn't an item that you need. It's nice to have, but it's not something that you need to finish the game. So if you want to be a real badass, you can just run in here, grab this grenade launcher, which you do need, and then leave. And that's actually what you would want to do if you're doing a big boss run for this game. Which also means that you want to do all this without getting hit by these guys, which is tricky. I think I can go up here without him seeing me. Yeah. Hey, caster. And here, another legendary moment. The very first cardboard box. In all its glory. With just a question mark as a description. They don't tell you how to use it or what it can be used for. Or maybe, hold on, if we call up, maybe we can be told how it works. This is Big Boss. Cardboard box. Are you moving house or something? Over. Yeah, nothing. Nobody tells you how to use it. I wonder if it's a thing in the manual for the game. I don't think it is. I think it's just left up as a mystery in the first game. You have to figure out how it works. The box was inspired by that Abe novel, right? The Boxman. That's where he got the idea for it. Another guy here, number 4. Thank you for helping me. Diane from the Resistance will provide support on frequency 120.33. Diane should have a lot of information about the enemy. Let's see. This is Solid Snake. Come in. This is Steve. Diane. If I know Diane, she's gone shopping and won't have come back yet. Typical Diane. There's a bit of a love triangle in this game between Diane, Steve, and Snake. But to pick up on it, you have to do a lot of these optional conversations. They're easy to miss. Eventually, Steve will start to get jealous of Snake. Where am I going here? Ba-dum. Give that guy a quick punch. Quickly get down here before the camera gets me. Oof. Thank you for saving me. That member of Foxhound, Grey Fox, he's being held in a secret cell. Now I'm going to use the box. Hey, see, if I'm in the box, the camera won't get me. Go, 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 go. As long as I stay still, of course. Yeah, we rescued 5 prisoners, so our class levels up. Now we'll be able to carry 6 rations instead of 3. The amount of equipment you can carry doubles. Thanks for helping me. The only way to get close to the secret cell is to get caught. This might make you think that you need to purposely trigger an alert or something like that. That is not the case. You don't need to trigger an alert. It's kind of confusing what he means there. Now we'll go over to this room on the opposite side. Hiro Asuda, the legend. Metal Gear royalty in the chat, everyone. Hiro Asuda there in the chat, She designed Granon's lab in MGS3. An old Kojima Productions developer right there. Also, a Team Silent legend. She worked on Silent Hill 3 and Silent Hill 4. You know those Silent Hill paintings in Granon's lab in MGS3? That's why they're there. Hiro Asuda put her own little trademark, her own stamp on Granon's lab because she designed the place. She designed some areas at the end of MGS3 as well. The area where Big Boss gets his award at the end of the game. The office. And I think parts of Groznygrad as well. Oh, there we go. And yeah, to get caught here, you just have to set the cemetery, the cabin. Oh yeah, the spiral staircase in 4. Yeah, one of my favorite areas in Silent Hill 4. Let's see. Yeah, this is where we get caught. You just have to make it to this area, and then you get taken away. This is Big Boss. Infiltration accomplished. Infiltration accomplished. Find the cell where they're holding Grey Fox. Hey, it's great to have you, Hero. Check the walls. Over. Yeah, I couldn't believe it when you showed up that time during MGS3. I had always wondered about those Silent Hill paintings and that one particular painting which isn't in Silent Hill 3. So it was just crazy that I actually got to ask the person who designed the place what was up with that room. And that painting, that one particular one that you don't see in Silent Hill 3. All the others you do. So it was really interesting learning that that was just something you created for your own pleasure and then kind of put in the game as your signature. Yeah, for years I used to talk about that place. That one room. Check the walls. Over. Oh yeah, now of course we have our stuff taken. No equipment, no weapons. Another series staple here, where it all began, where you get, you know, tortured, put in a cell. You have your stuff taken from you. This is the first iteration of this. Look at these primitive reflections here as well. Just a couple of white pixels on the ground to give the impression of a reflection light coming in through here. Don't know where this light is coming from, deep underground here. But yeah, we can just punch through the walls here. And here's Grey Fox. Like I was saying before, you don't actually have to rescue Grey Fox. You don't need to talk to anyone in this game if you already know what you're doing, but we'll rescue him. We'll be nice. You made it, rookie. I'm Grey Fox. Metal Gear is the ultimate weapon, an all-terrain, nuclear-equipped walking battle tank. When it's finished, a nuclear strike can be launched from anywhere on the planet. We must do everything we can to destroy it before it's completed. There's only one way to destroy Metal Gear, and the only person that knows how to do that is Metal Gear's developer, Dr. Drago Petrovich Madnar. And he's being held prisoner somewhere inside this building. Find Dr. Madnar. So yeah, we talked to Grey Fox. He'll tell us, he'll give us a little hint on where to find Madnar. He also might return the favor in MGS1 and rescue us when we're trapped in a cell. Hiro Asuda also streams, by the way, so give her a follow if you like. She does lots of artwork streams. Plays games as well, I think, from time to time. I think I saw that she was obsessing over Baldur's Gate 3 last time I checked. I am the shot maker. No one has escaped from here. And here we have our first boss. Let's call Diane, shall we? She's supposed to be the expert on the enemies. Let's see. This is Steve. Diane. If I know Diane, she'll be taking a shower right now. Diane is supposed to be the boss expert of this game. You know, who teaches you how to defeat the bosses. And right now, we've just got nothing. She's gone shopping. She's taken a shower. Oh, man. Let's see. Big boss. Can we get any help here for what to do? This is Big Boss. Recover your weapons and equipment and get out of there. They've got to be hidden in a room somewhere. Punch your way through. Over. Well, it served us well so far. We were able to punch our way out of the cell, through the walls. And now, this is the only door in the game that you can punch through. We need to punch our way through this door to get our equipment back. Yeah, so already we have some wacky stuff going on in this game mechanically. And if we look at our stuff when we get our equipment back, you might see something that wasn't there before. A transmitter. So again, pretty cool just seeing the first iteration of all this stuff. You know, it's very much like what happens with the cell sequence in MGS1, where Ocelot leaves a bomb in your items. Or maybe more closely, what happens in MGS3, right? Where Ocelot leaves a transmitter lodged in your body after the torture section. And if you keep that transmitter in your body in MGS3, you get that forced caution sequence with the Ocelot unit later on, right? And something similar happens here. If we keep the transmitter in our equipment, later on we'll have to deal with a forced alert sequence. MGS3 really expands on this idea, and it does something pretty interesting with it. You know, you get the secret cutscene if you decide to keep the transmitter in your body. And if you remove it, you just don't have to deal with the caution sequence at all. In Metal Gear 1, there's no real reason to keep it in your equipment. Just get rid of it. Hold on. Now we can get into this next room, get our next key card. Max out on ammo here if you want. Just reset the room. I really need to play the original MSX version of this game soon. Does anyone know if you can grind ammo like this in the original MSX version? This version in the HD collection is actually based on a mobile port of Metal Gear. Same with Metal Gear 2, I think. So if you play the MSX version, there are actually some notable differences. Hello. Goodbye. You can do the ammo grind in the original. What about the checkpoint rooms? Are the elevator rooms also checkpoint rooms? And the soft lock prevention thing at the end of the game, where the game will just give you 4 stars if you keep dying, or where the game will just max out your equipment. I think that might be unique to this, right? Or unique to this port. I think in the MSX version you could actually get soft locked, but I can't remember. I could emulate the European version of Metal Gear 1 for the MSX if I'm brave. Okay, so now... Unfortunately, we can't punch through these walls. Let's call Schneider. This is Resistance Leader Schneider. Knock on the walls and listen for a difference in sound. That's where you should set your explosives. Over. Yeah, so here we need to actually blow up these walls. We can use the plastic explosives that we just found a bit ago. Ba-ba-bam. Ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-bum. Another one here. Now we're just thinking ahead of time here. I don't think we actually need the items here yet. Well, I guess we'll need the bomb blast suit soon enough. What are my thoughts on the Silent Hill remake stuff that they showed recently? I just don't really care all that much. You know, there's no real part of me that desires a Silent Hill 2 remake. You know, I love the original the way it is. I don't think it really needs a remake. I have no interest in Bloober's games, and I think they all look kind of bad from what I've seen. So I don't really have much faith in the developer that's behind the game. I thought it was a careless move, kind of, to hire Bloober, given their track record. You know, giving this developer one of the most revered horror games of all time seemed a bit reckless to me. But some of the original staff is working on it. You know, some key members, Akira Yamaoka, Masahiro Ito. So, yeah, you know, that's probably a good sign. I'm looking forward to hearing all of the redone music and sound. It seems like Akira Yamaoka is doing all of the sound design, like all the sound effects. And he's reworking all of those sounds, so that's exciting to me, getting to hear all these new sounds. I don't think Akira Yamaoka has done all of the sound work on a Silent Hill game since Silent Hill 4. So, that's exciting. I thought there were parts of that trailer that looked promising, or there were like parts of it that... Yeah, I guess parts of it look better than I expected. It looks like they're very much taking inspiration from the Resident Evil remakes. You know, just how the camera looked, very over the shoulder, more action oriented. Not really sure how to feel about some of that maybe it might lose some of the essence of the original. But at the same time, I'm kind of okay with it being its own thing as well. Like, I don't really want it to be the original. So yeah, I guess we'll just see. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not like... I just don't really care all that much, you know? I'm not putting all my hopes and dreams into this remake. But yeah, I'll be curious to check it out. And I kind of have the same feelings about the MGS3 remake. You know, I'm just not... Like, it looks like it's going to be a shot-for-shot remake regarding the cutscenes. You know, with all the same voice acting in the trailer, it looked shot-for-shot. So it's kind of hard for me to get too excited about that. I'm intrigued to see what the new gameplay is like. And and what they change gameplay-wise. But just like seeing the old game with new high-def visuals, like that alone doesn't really excite me all that much. I'm much more intrigued to see what's new and different. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. It's been interesting to see them really acknowledge the fan backlash in their recent presentations. You know, they spoke about the Master Collection and how, you know, that didn't really go as planned. You know, they acknowledged the issues. You know, it seems like they're really inviting pressure when it comes to this remake. And it seems like they're really... I'm getting the impression that they're really trying to make amends in a way with the remake. So, yeah. I hope it turns out well, and I hope most people enjoy it. I'm very hard to please when it comes to remakes. You know, like, even if a remake turns out pretty well, there's a good chance I just won't really care for it that much. I'm very picky, I think, about, like, the kinds of remakes that I enjoy. But, yeah. Hopefully it turns out well, and that it satisfies most people. Let's see. Okamura has done a good job as a public figure. Yeah, I think so, Bad Humans. Again, I saw that recent presentation that you posted on Discord. And it was interesting, you know, like they highlighted brutal comments from fans in that presentation. You know, just seeing them putting these comments up on the screen where... of fans saying you guys can't even get a remaster. You guys can't even do a remaster correctly. Like, wow. So they're you know, they're really inviting the pressure with this remake. And you know, they were saying, you know, fans have the right to have these opinions, and they're right that the remaster didn't go as planned. You know, they seem to be, you know, they were apologetic about the remaster and the way that went down. You killed Metal Gear. Was that another one that they highlighted? But yeah, it was interesting seeing them show all of the different reactions, you know, the positive reactions, the negative reactions. I thought that was hilarious as well, Bad Humans, highlighting a comment that said based. They let us write what we want on here. Based. Alright, let's get... Oh, shit. Picked up Bomb Blast suit. Protects the wearer from strong winds and explosive blasts. Protective clothing for bomb disposal work. Let's see. Big Boss, what do you have to say about this? This is Big Boss. Bomb blast suit. This will protect you against explosions and strong winds. Over. Yeah. Nothing too crazy. Just tells you... Actually gives you good advice for a change. And funnily enough, you need the bomb blast suit for the strong winds, not the explosive blast. That's what you really need it for. It's the wind that's the real problem here. Ba ba ba. Bad Humans, you were saying that they've been working on this remake for 4 years. That is kind of surprising to me, but interesting. And perhaps promising as well, you know, that they're really putting time into it. But yeah, I'm almost surprised in a way that it's taking so long, given that quite a bit of it seems to be lifted from the original, you know, and they have the whole plan there. You know, given that all the cutscenes, obviously they still need to do a lot of work on the cutscenes with all of the new visuals and models and everything. But at the same time, it does seem to be like lifting all of the mocap work and everything from the original game. Like it does seem to look like a shot-for-shot remake. All the recordings and everything have been done. Well, although I guess they are doing some new voice work as well. Because they didn't know how to handle it. They went back and forth between it being a remake or a remaster, right? Yeah, and it does seem kind of like a remaster in a lot of ways. It's like some in-between thing between a remake and a remaster. They re-recorded new voice lines. Actually, I'm not sure if they re-recorded new lines. They said something weird about, like, taking old dialogue and, like, repurposing it for new scenes or something. I don't know. This is Big Boss. Enemy uniform. What, like a girl's high school uniform? Over.
This thing is pretty cool.
Another thing which might remind us of MGS2, we get the bomb blast suit. And now the enemy uniform. We need the enemy uniform to gain access to a part of the facility. Let's go up to the second floor. Then some devs at a convention told some folks the game design has not changed a single bit. There's no open world, it's a full-on facial uplift. All the environments are done from the ground up. Main reason is that Konami is playing this one really close to the chest, and they knew changing the game without Kojima would cause them unnecessary PR issues. So the game largely stays the same, right? Oh, I missed the first part of your thing there. So an ex-Virtuos dev came out and said another project is Cobra, which is the remaster remake. Not sure which stage it is of MGS3. And Virtuos is mostly in charge of animation. Right, okay. I think you could improve on certain mechanics in MGS3. Or at least make certain things less intrusive, like the cure system. I think for the most part, the cure system just isn't that interesting or great in MGS3. there are some cool things tied to it. I like how it just kind of feels with the survival theme. You know, it's just kind of a cool system, even if it isn't that interesting to work with mechanically. Oh yeah, by the way, if you have the transmitter still in your equipment, this is where you trigger the forced alert. When you go past this guy, it'll just trigger and you won't know what the hell is going on. Yeah, when you're good at MGS3, you don't really realize how bad the cure system is. If you're getting hit all the time, it's just an inconvenience. It's just an annoyance. Open the menu. Just like this, the game goes fucking silent. You're in the middle of a tense boss, and the music is going crazy. Oh, I have to pause the game again, go to cure, go through the fucking process, unpause, and it's just an interruption, you know? You're never really low on supplies or have to think about, like, managing a limited amount of supplies. You know, it's just formality. Like, open the thing, quickly go through all the stuff, go out of it, you know, exit the menu. Yeah, I just see the cure system as being like an inconvenient interruption more than anything in MGS3. I don't really think it's a good system. The coolest thing about the cure system is when it does things that you don't really notice, like leeches getting attached to your body, and then your stamina goes down. Like, that creates cool moments. Like, oh shit, there are fucking leeches stuck to me. I didn't realize. That's why my stamina's been going down. Let's burn them. You know, getting the little videos of, you know, seeing Snake remove the leeches. Stuff like that is really cool. Or during the end fight, where you get hit by the tranquilizer dart and it's not immediately obvious what's going on and that you need to remove the trank. That's when the cure system really comes to life, I think. And I guess there are other mechanics that are tied to it, which are cool. You know, being able to let wounds heal on their own to extend your life gauge. Like, there are definitely cool things that are kind of tied to it. But I think, yeah, for the most part, it's kind of a, like, intrusive system more than anything. I don't know. I think it's still cool. I think I would still rather the game have it, you know, than not. But I think you could improve upon it, or maybe, like, streamline certain parts of it. Again, like, it's okay. When you're good at the game, it's not that much of a problem. But, man, sometimes when I watch people play MGS3 for the first time and see how monotonous it can be, I'm like, oh man, this cure system could be better. I remember there was one guy specifically, I was watching him fight the Fear, and it was making the fight just not fun for him. You know, just having to go in, get rid of the darts again and again. I also think one thing I think which would really make it better would be if the music kept playing while you were on the pause screen. When you pause the game and the game goes completely silent in the middle of a boss fight, it's really jarring, I think. You know, it's just like, yeah. You know, suddenly the atmosphere is dead while you're in the menu. Let's see. Yeah, if the music kept playing, you know, you'd still be in some kind of flow while you were treating your wounds, instead of getting this, you know, jarring stop to what was happening. This is Big Boss. I forgot to tell you, watch out for the infrared sensors. You'll need infrared goggles. Except you don't. You can also use your cigarettes. Let me call Schneider here, see if he says anything. Right, Bad Humans. Yeah, the music would just keep the tempo going, would keep the tension going. I always thought that was a weird choice. that pausing the game just makes everything go completely dead silent. Let's see. I guess that was a complaint regarding MGS3 as well when the game first came out. Just too much menuing in general. Every time you move to a new surface, having to pause, change camo repeatedly. Again, a lot of this stuff you don't really notice when you get really good at the game, because you don't need to change camo all the time, but yeah. I think that's a big part of what influenced the Octo camo in 4. Which was a great part of 4, you know, just being able to blend in with any surface. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they streamline any of that menuing. I still really like the survival viewer menu as well, though. You know, I definitely wouldn't like to see it go completely. You know, it's cool just being able to look at all the items, looking at Snake up close, doing his animations, spinning him around to make him get sick outside of the game. I'm saved. Yeah, it'd be cool maybe if you could, like, shortcut a few different camos to switch between them in the world on the fly. You know, so you have, like, 4 slots for camo. Stick, tiger, stripe, DPM, squares, and whatever, just on a, like, a quick shortcut thing, and then switch between them. Something like that might be cool. I'd love to see them, like, really expand on the food system as well. And it'd be cool to actually be able to see Snake eat more things in the game. But who knows if they'll do any of that. You know, like, you only get to see him eat a snake in that video once. You get to see him eat a fish. And then that's it, right? It'd be really cool if you got to see him eat other stuff. I want to see Snake eat a spider. What will that look like? I want to see Snake eat a bird. And it'd be cool as well if they could, like, tie the eating into the gameplay, where you actually had to eat in the game world. And, you know, you had to make sure you were hidden while you were eating. You know, what if an enemy saw you while you were eating? Maybe they could shoot you and prevent you from eating the food, and then you just lost the food and you weren't able to eat it. You know, punishment for eating while getting spotted. But I doubt they'll do any of that stuff. It'll probably just be the same as the original. Rickister, yeah, like if getting injured actually changed how you... If it altered your movement, made your movement worse. Stuff like that would be cool. Again, it would be completely nullified if you could just easily open up the menu and heal everything. Right? Because that's the thing, in MGS3, you're never low on healing supplies. It's like never a problem. So even if it did affect your movement, healing supplies would have to be more scarce, and that whole system would have to be rebalanced. Fuck. Skipped his dialogue. Yeah, he told us where Madnar might be. Down with those dogs and the cells. I'm the machine gun kid. This is the end of the line for you. But yeah, I hope we get to see some new stuff like that. I feel like it'd be really boring, man, if it was just basically the same thing. But yeah, I guess, you know, that would still probably satisfy most people, maybe. Just the visual overhaul and the same game, more or less. But, you know, we have seen, like, new CQC and stuff, or at least new animations. I'm curious to see... There are legacy controls as well, right? But surely the game is, even with legacy controls, it's still probably going to feel fundamentally quite different, right? It looks like it controls like MGS5. But yeah, I guess we'll see. Here's the machine gun kid. Let's see if Diane can pick up. I didn't really have any interest in the Crash remaster make. I remember seeing some things that I didn't really like with the Crash 1 remake, remaster make. I really did enjoy playing Crash 4 though. That was cool. Hi, this is Diane. The machine gun kid is vulnerable to attack by RC missiles. Bye. Thanks, Diane. And that's how you do that. Yeah, if you have the RC missiles, he's not a problem. I don't believe they're using different... I don't believe they're using the same assets as the Apache slot. Picked up parachute. Big boss, tell me about this parachute. How do I use it? This is Big Boss. Parachute. Make sure you put it on before you jump off anything high. Over. Expert advice. Let's head back. You can completely avoid cigarette damage in this as well if you just unequip them quickly. It doesn't constantly drain your health like in the later games. As long as you just take a couple of drags and stop immediately, there's no damage done. Relic 66 with the 2 months. Thank you. But yeah, maybe later during the MGS3 section of the marathon, we'll stop and look at some of these presentations that they've done. Might be interesting to look at with chat. I didn't watch that whole thing that you linked yesterday, Bad Humans. The presentation with Korakado and Okamura. I was glad to see that Korakado didn't get banished to the Shadow Realm after his Master Collection fuck-up. Or at least that was your theory, right? Or maybe it wasn't Korakado's fuck-up, but maybe he took the fall for what happened with the Master Collection. But yeah, we might do that. What's the deal with Korakado now? What's his role? And do you think he did get demoted? Right, with Okamura taking his place now as the lead producer, creative producer. So he, like, yeah, he's probably still the creative lead. It was really interesting to see as well Wasn't it Okamura that spoke of Kojima, saying that there was like nothing he would like more than to have Kojima come back sometime? Hey, what's up, Soul Stranger? This is Big Boss. I forgot to tell you, there's a wind barrier on the roof. Look for a bomb blast suit. Over. So yeah, we need the bomb blast suit to pass here. If we try without the bomb blast suit, this is what happens. And rumor has it that that sound effect you're hearing there, that is actually Kojima himself whistling into the microphone. A terrifying gust of wind pushing us back. But if we equip the bomb blast suit, we can get past. That's Kojima up in the heavens, blowing down upon us. Let's see. Oh. Now with card 3, we can get more RC missiles. Let's stock up here. Ba-da-da-da-doo-doo. Nevaton with the Prime sub. Thank you very much. Oh shit, Luke is Bond. Hey Luke, are you still there? Thank you for the $24. Get a Nando's. Thank you. I actually haven't had anything to eat yet so far. I never have an appetite when I wake up for these marathons. But yeah, I'll try and get some food later. Maybe at the start of Snatcher or something. Hey, there you are, Luke. Thank you. That's all I can get, right? Yeah.
My name's Steve.
Now get ready to punch this guy. Zishupuff with the $10 as well. Thank you. Let's see. Oh yeah, the funny thing about this as well. I don't think I showed it, did I? When you wear the bomb blast suit to get past the gust of wind, as soon as you cross the barrier, you can then take off the bomb blast suit, and you're fine. No wind. There's only wind blowing in that small little section across that line there. Everywhere else is fine. Let's wait for these guys to turn. There we go. Now it's getting a little bit more complicated with the guard layouts. Ba-dum. I do have the right card, don't I? Yes. And now we're up to rank 3. Thanks for saving me. If you have a parachute, you can jump off from the edge of the barrier. But where is the edge of the barrier? I'm sure it'll be completely obvious when we get to it. Now let's stock up on ammo here. That should be good. Noe with the year, the 12 months. And the 11 in a row as well. Thank you. Now we cross the bridge here. Ba-bum. Ba-da-la-la-lum. And here we get a scripted alert. With these new enemies, these flying guys. And look what we have here. Another series staple. This is where it all began with the Hind. Let's call Diane. Hi, this is Diane. The Hind D can be brought down with the grenade launcher. Bye. Yeah, the characters are a few words in this game. They're really just here to give us the info we need, and that's it. Which is kind of funny, considering the rest of the series, where characters just can't shut up. But in this game, they're mainly here just to give you the mechanical info. And that's it. But, however, with Diane, that little bye at the end, you know, the little pause there, I think that could be an indication that she's kind of nervous around Snake. You know, that maybe she has a thing for Snake. Remember what I was saying earlier about the game having this kind of little love triangle thing with Steve, Snake, and Diane? These are the little details you need to pay attention to. Because later on, Steve is going to lash out and he's going to get jealous. So maybe this is a little hint here. So yeah, this Hind is pretty useless. It can only stay in this one position. There are safe spots where you just won't get hit by it, like right here. Also, here I think I'm safe. Yeah. And you can just stand here and destroy it with your grenades. The Hind is credited as a character in Metal Gear 2, yeah. The rotor blades keep going for a few seconds. But yeah, this is one of the really interesting things about going back to the MSX games. Just seeing the evolution of certain things like this, the Hind. You know, in Metal Gear 2, we'll see the Hind again. And it'll be a much better fight than this. It'll be much more interesting gameplay-wise. Metal Gear 2 actually has a really unique sort of gimmick with how the Stinger launcher works in that game. You know, and then we get to see it in full 3D in MGS1. Flying around the place. Then the Harrier. But yeah, it's cool just to see how they evolve and get more complex. And this is the barrier that guy was talking about. This is where we need to use the parachute. You move on to this tiny little room. On a first playthrough, you're probably just going to walk onto the next screen. If you do walk onto the next screen here, you just die. You just see an image of Snake lying dead on the ground. You don't even get to see him fall. So it can be very confusing. But yeah, this is where you use the parachute. If you call your support team here, they don't tell you anything either. You just have to figure out that this is the barrier. Yeah, let's do it. If you have the parachute equipped, you do actually get to see him drop down. I was really pissed when I played this game the first time and followed the order of Big Boss to take a certain truck. Oh yeah, the end of this game is brutal with the way it trolls you. Here we get another card. Ooh. Let's take out these dogs. Nice. Dr. Madnar. Was I too late? So, yeah, this is where we were told to find Madnar by that last prisoner. But he's gone. He's been taken somewhere else, it seems. Thank you for helping me. Dr. Madnar was just transferred to Building 2. Building 2 is located 10 kilometers north of here. Okay. And now we need to stock up for the tank fight. You really need 3 stars for this next fight. You need 11 mines to take down the next boss, I think. And if you only have 2 stars, if your class is only a 2-star rank, you can only carry 10 mines. You need 3 in order to carry 15. 5 per star. Although you can also glitch past this next boss too, so technically if you're glitching the game, you don't actually need the 3 stars. Before we go up there, let's see if we can get body armor. Oof. Oh, leave me alone. Yeah. And if we call Big Boss. This is Big Boss. Body armor. A real man wouldn't use any. Over. Body armor can be pretty useful in this game when you get to the second part of it. The game is just about to get much more challenging too. This is kind of like the end of the first half of the game, it feels like. We're about to move on to Building 2. This is where things start to ramp up a bit. This is like the midway section here between Building 1 and 2. Ba-dum. Another trollish truck here too, I think. If you get inside that second truck, I think it takes you back to the start of the game. No worries, we got a checkpoint here. Ba-do. Yeah, I forgot about that mine. Yeah, usually I don't even go near that second truck. I just picked up C4 there. I picked up mines in the previous place. Or you mean what killed me? It was a mine that killed me there, yeah. They're invisible, and you can't crawl in Metal Gear 1, so we're not picking up those mines. And now we'll stock up on rations. You get 3 rations per star in this game. How many do I have? 5? 7. That should do. These missiles, these are being dropped or fired by the tank up ahead, I think. Diane, help me out. Hi, this is Diane. Mines can destroy the tank. Bye. Thank you, Diane. Straight and to the point, just how we like it. Yeah, so in MGS1, of course, you need to use the grenades. You need to lob the grenades in to destroy the tank. But you also can use mines in MGS1 to take out the treads, which is what we have to do here. But here it actually destroys the tank. Whoa. Oof. Let's equip that body armor. If you get hit by the tank, if the body makes contact with you, you're dead. It's a one-hit kill. So you have to be careful. It keeps alternating with the shots from right to left. You can take advantage of that. Oof. There we go. Ah, yeah, didn't time that properly. Nice. Cool. It's actually a fun fight, that, trying to do it efficiently. You need to be pretty careful with your movement. It seems that Foxhound is trying to infiltrate the base. Whatever you do, do not let them through. This is Big Boss. Inspections. Wear the enemy uniform and infiltrate. Let's use frequency 120.13 for all communications from now on. So yeah, here we stick on our enemy uniform. Walk up. Go on in. And now you might be thinking that we can just pose as the enemy in here with our enemy uniform. No, you can only use the uniform to gain access to the facility. Once you're inside the facility, they'll know you're not the real deal. Yeah, this is where the game starts to get a good deal more complicated. Let me equip this grenade launcher. This is a really cheesy fight. It's just like a DPS race. If that thing gets up to you and makes contact with you, you're dead. One-hit kill as soon as it touches you. So you have to know what you're supposed to do immediately before you go in there. Let's see. Now we get these lasers again. Oh, why didn't I wait? That was dumb. Yeah, this is where the game gets more complicated. Lots of enemies all facing different directions, moving about. Card 2. If you try and call your team now as well. It's interesting. No one picks up. Nothing from Diane. Nothing from Schneider. They've all changed their frequencies. Schneider's 0.26 now. And then here we get an antenna. And as soon as we pick this up, this is Big Boss. They're trying to jam our signal, but we're okay on this frequency. Yeah, so that's what was happening there. Our signal was getting jammed, and that's why we couldn't contact anyone. We need the new antenna. wait. Hey, Vove with the 45 months. Thank you. Let's just reset the area. Ooh, I might get in trouble here. Oof. Now, another crazy thing. Another thing that makes building 2 much more complicated and harder to deal with. The elevator rooms have changed. When I go up, I cannot go back down. This elevator only goes up. And there's an elevator on the opposite side of the building that only goes down. So this makes navigation through this building way more complicated. You can't just easily go back to the area that you just came from. You need to find a whole other part of the map to get back down to the area where you just came from. It's really tricky. That seems like a flawed design. Yeah, who was the architect for this place? It just doesn't seem like the most practical thing, right? Yeah, now we just can't go back down. Yeah, I want to go straight up to the top. Another forced alert here. This is why the body armor can be very useful here. Go, 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 go. Fuck it, just take it. Thank you for helping me. Dr. Madnar is in the underground dungeon. So, next we need to go to the bottom floor. Now their positions have changed and they're all the way up at the top. One nice thing about this section is that there's a lot of scripted behavior which you can learn how to deal with consistently. Once you get down here, though, it becomes a bit of a mess. These flying guys. Go, 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 go. Get card 5. If you do a big boss rank, this part is a real pain. You need to be able to do this efficiently without taking much damage. Go, 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 go. Bad humans, really? Are you being serious there? Is this something that I've missed? Yeah? Oh shit, let me pay attention next time I go back. I don't think I ever noticed that. This is Resistance Leader Schneider. This is the start of the gas room. Over. These are always repeated calls, by the way. Okay. Maybe in any section where there are bricks. What about here? I'm not seeing the statue design anywhere. Is it like the markings here? Oh, in any elevator section. Sorry, I misread. Let's put on this mask again. The bigger bricks. So here we need our gas mask. More walls to break through. Thanks for helping me. The only way out from this floor is to find the north elevator. Okay, now we're just going to take a bit of a detour. There's a wall here that I want to smash for later. We're just going to break that. We're not going to go through there yet. When I go through there, I want to be completely maxed out on my C4. So that's why I'm doing that now, while I have expendable C4. Oh, I don't believe it. I wasn't paying attention to my health. Oh, man. Brutal. Back to the elevator room. Oh, that's painful. Okay. Okay, let's rescue this asshole again. Back into the gas room. Ba-ba-bam. Hey, what's up, CJ? This theme drives me crazy, man. Hold on, let me turn down the volume a bit on my end. Christ. Metal Gear 1 doesn't have the most variety in its soundtrack, unfortunately. Theme of Tara 90% of the time, and then this theme when you're down in the underground. And sometimes I'm actually happy when I'm playing like shit in Metal Gear 1, because at least it means I get to listen to the alert theme for a bit of spice. To spice things up a bit. But don't worry, we have Snatcher coming up and Metal Gear 2. Let me just take that ration, just in case. Yeah, I guess the NES version of Metal Gear has a... Actually, does it have a more varied soundtrack? Probably does. A little bit. Maybe a couple of extra tracks. I feel like it's probably still quite limited. Of course, nothing beats Snake's Revenge. Here he is, at last, Dr. Madnar. You fell into my trap. The real Dr. Madnar is on the second floor. Die, foxhound! Nah, you can just fall into your own trap. Damn, he was planning to take me down with him. Okay. The chase continues. Let's equip this. I am the fire trooper. I'll burn you to a crisp. Diane. This is Steve. Diane. Oh, not you again. You better stay away from Diane. There we go. Yeah, so we get no advice for how to defeat the fire trooper. Steve is pissed. He's taken the radio from Diane, it would seem. Oof. Oh, no. Oh, nice. Okay. That's one way to do it. So now we're back on the elevator on the left side. We can go back up. Where do I want to go? Second area. This is the hardest area in the game as far as stealth goes. You need to be extremely careful with how you move around. Diane, what's going on with these guys? This is Diane. Bloody Brad, who's protecting the door, is indestructible. Run away. So, in re-releases of the game, they're called Bloody Brad. Originally, they were called Arnold. Terminator reference. And you can even see that they're wearing sunglasses. That's what that's supposed to be. And yeah, these guys are supposed to be like big, indestructible robots. None of our weapons will work against them. And if we walk up to them, they have pretty unique movement. I guess you could say more robotic movement, where they just kind of look magnetized to us if we get up close to them. Yeah, he's indestructible. We can eventually find a way to destroy them, but not yet. Yeah, they're really quick. They're very damaging as well. Yeah. Card 3, I think. Oh! Fuck! The nasty thing about getting an alert here as well is that it's really hard to get rid of the alert. In other parts of the map, sometimes it can be easy. You just go to a new area and it'll get cancelled. But here, it just persists wherever you go. Thank you for saving me. You should be able to contact Jennifer from the Resistance on frequency 120.48. Jennifer will provide you with direct support. But she's very proud. Unless you're really high class, she won't respond. Well, it just so happens that we got 4 stars, which is what the game considers high class. And if we call Jennifer here... Actually, just to show this, I usually forget to show this in detail. Oh, kill them, please. If we go up to this room with our... Wow, they can come in here. If we go into this room with card 6, it's just an empty room. Nothing is here. However, if we call Jennifer... This is Jennifer. I'll prepare the rocket launcher for you. Come and get it. So now, after we call Jennifer, if we go into this room, a rocket launcher magically appears. I've seen people really struggle with this part of the game when they get Jennifer as a contact. You know, you might have searched that room before. You find, you know, you get Jennifer as a contact, and then you get her and you don't know where to contact her. You know, she doesn't specify where she's putting the rocket launcher. If you search that room, you might think that there's no reason to go back into the room. It can be confusing. Alex with the 56 months as well. Thank you very much. One of my great purchasing regrets was T2 on the NES. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure if I've heard much about the Terminator games. It's a shame we didn't get a fully rendered Terminator sprite for Snake's Revenge instead of RoboCop. Would have been more fitting. Although, I guess having RoboCop was also pretty cool. Let's see. Okay, we have our rocket launcher. We can go back. No rockets, though, yet, so we can't destroy the Arnolds just yet. Let's see. Ba 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 da ba. Go! Oof. Yeah, we're just gonna power our way through this area now that we have the alert. It's kind of a shame. I really like stealthing through this place, but if you get an alert, it just goes to shit. Go, 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 go! And here he is, at last, the real Dr. Madnar. I'm Dr. Drago Petrovich Madnar. My daughter Ellen is a hostage. Unless you help Ellen, I won't tell you anything about Metal Gear. Ellen is being held in the basement of Building 1. Please help her. So, now we need to go rescue Ellen before he tells us. Again, the really cool thing about all of this is if you know how to destroy Metal Gear, you don't have to do any of this. You don't have to help Ellen. You don't need to go see Madnar. Meeting the characters and getting all this dialogue, it's all completely optional. Let's equip that armor again. And back we go. Ooh, go, go, go! Look at this shit. I think I need card 2 for this. Go! Oh, fuck! Okay, is it card 5? It's card 5. Yeah. It's really easy to forget. Card 6. Card 5. That thing touches me as well. It's a one-hit kill. So now we're back on the other elevator, the one that only goes down. Okay, I'm trying to see the statue. Where the fuck is it? I'm not seeing it, bad humans. I'm assuming you can see it imprinted all over these bricks, right? Because it's the same pattern that you see copy-pasted all over the thing, right? Unless there's one particular part where it's different. Is bad humans here? Is he gone? The cracks? Yeah, like I'm assuming you can see it in the pattern of the crack somewhere. See that diagonal can-looking thing? can-looking thing. In a few bricks. It's an odd shape. Can-looking thing. Oh, I think I see it! Hey, wait, hold on. Is it just like a side profile? Are you just seeing the side of his face looking out? I think I see it. This is making me think of the Snatcher optical illusion with the flower pot. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, it's, chat, how do I describe it? It's on every single brick. On the, on the far left, those blue sprites. Those blue pixels. On the far left side of every single brick. On the bottom, in the corner. In the bottom left corner of every brick. In the bottom left corner of every brick. That's it, right? Bad humans? Yeah, it's the, it's the Easter Island statue that you see in every game. Bum-ba-da-la-da-doo, or almost every game. Damn, man, that's cool. I never noticed that. You posted a picture? Yeah, I think I am seeing it correctly, Bad Humans, right? Like, you see it in every single brick. It's there in the bottom left corner. Damn. How many times have I played this game staring at me? I mean, I guess it's easy to really not see it as that. It's not like it, yeah, it's not like it's immediately obvious now. Now that I've seen it. I'm not thinking, how did I ever miss this? You know? Okay, now we're gonna go down here. The commands are there, Bad Humans. Yeah, it came up. The cracks on the right. Oh, wait, was I not seeing it correctly? It was the cracks on the right. So I was just imagining the side profile. Hold on. Go, 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 go. Big Boss, do you have anything to say about this light? Maybe I'm right too, though. Maybe on the bottom left, it's supposed to look like a side profile. What? I'm looking at what you have highlighted, Bad Humans, and I'm not seeing the face at all. What the hell? What is the blue part of... What's the blue part supposed to look like? Cloud with the 30 months. Thank you very much. What the hell? Yeah, I'm not seeing the face at all there. Hey, cheers, Cloud. Thank you. This is Big Boss. Fleshlight, you know how to use this, right? Over. Don't worry. Let's see. Where are we going next? Bottom floor? Do I need to do anything else here? Useful when walking down subterranean passageways. Okay, back to the bottom floor. I'll try and look at it again now when we go back to the elevator room. Yeah, so the diagonal crack combined with the two blue pixels underneath it to the bottom right. Yeah, I can't see it at all. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. I can still see my version of the statue, though, on the bottom left. I posted a reference photo. Hold on, hold on. Oh! Oh, hold on. Oh! Okay, that's still a bit of a mindfuck to try and see correctly. Right, so it's the whole, it's all of the pixels there. Hold on, Bad Humans, you didn't highlight everything that needed to be highlighted in your original picture, did you? Right, you didn't highlight the entire face there. You didn't put a circle around the entire face. You thought you didn't? No, don't you put the... You would put the circle around the entire brick, I would think. Right, where the diagonal crack, that's like the back of his head, right? That's him leaning back diagonally. And then the rest of the pixels on the rest of the brick is like the rest of his face. That seems to more closely align with the reference picture that you took. He has fat thumbs. Either way, I feel like I can see it. But again, now maybe I'm just seeing my own version of it again. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I think I see it. Ba-da-lam-bum-bum, ba-da-lam-bum, ba-da-lam. Dossier put up a closer shot on Discord. Okay, I'll take a look again in a bit. Let's actually play the game for a little bit longer. Okay. We need to go and get some more C4. Ba-ba-ba. Sucking on my hairy balls. Sucking my balls. Balls. th th this theme is a big missed opportunity here. This is a great ball song. I just need to figure it out. I just need to work on it. But this has potential, doesn't it, this theme? You agree, Az? Yeah, it started off as a Gradius thing, right? Or Gradius. Gradius? How do you say it? Hold on 1 second, guys. Hairy balls! Hairy balls, hairy balls, hairy balls! It really sounds kind of sinister, like these balls are creeping up on you. Do I have everything that I need? Yeah. Surely I've sung the balls theme to this before, I just can't remember. Hairy balls! Sucking on my big fat hairy balls. Whoa, Jesus Christ, let's not get crazy here. Creeping big balls. Oh yeah, we could come up with some really good lyrics for this one. This theme could encourage maybe a variety of, you know, different lyrics rather than just saying balls non-stop. You know, you could come up with some other lyrics about the balls creeping down a dark alley or something. Yeah, I need to work on this one. Every high note is like a ball slam. How can balls creep up an alley? It's a terrifying thought, isn't it? It's like an Elden Ring monster. Let's see. Do I have enough rockets? Hold on, let's just get a few more, just to be safe. I think we're good. A couple more couldn't hurt. Maybe more like a Silent Hill monster, actually. And you could have actually imagined something like that existing in Silent Hill. Hi, this is Diane. Are you okay? Look out for traps. Bye. So here, this place is completely dark, but it's okay. We have a flashlight. We equip the flashlight, and it illuminates the entire room. Do they use their hairs as little legs? That's a good idea. Yeah, they could be like the dwarf gecko. Hairy balls! Hairy balls, hairy balls, hairy balls! Take it easy. Yeah, you gotta be really careful of this place, all these traps. If these traps touch you, you are dead. One hit kill as soon as you make contact with it. Go, 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 go. Nice. Oh, inch perfect there. If you move a little bit further here, a second one appears right beside you. Actually, it'll probably appear even when I move down. Yeah, look at this. Oof. Crazy precision you need for this last section. Go, 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 go. Help! Help! So here, you would probably think that you're past the trap section, right? However, they put one last one here. So sneaky. Then we have to go around to blow the wall open. Thank you. My name is Ellen Madnar. I am Dr. Madnar's daughter. They're forcing my father to create Metal Gear. Please, hurry and help my father. So, now that we've rescued Ellen, we can go back up to the dock. Get the info that we need. Card 1, right? Now, you don't have to go back this way. There's a safer and slower method. But if we go back the way we came, it's a bit faster, just riskier. Ooh, Jesus. Go, go, go. Nicely done. I haven't, I don't think, Dim. Let's stock up on rations. We're starting to run a bit low here. We need a few for the end of the game. Why does Harry Balls sound so good with this song? You can't get it out of your head, can you? This is what I do to people. If you hang around here long enough, you'll start singing Balls to every tune that you hear. Surprisingly, it works well with a lot of music. This is just the beginning. And down the streets, creeping up and down the streets, creeping, creeping. Harry Balls! Harry Balls, Harry Balls! How many do we have here? 9? Ah, I think we're good. And up and down the streets, looking for you with my hairy balls. What do I need? Card 5? No, I can't hit those notes. Sorry about that. Could I do it in a David Bowie voice? I could try. Hairy balls! Hairy balls! Creeping up and down. Right. Enough of this silliness. Where am I going? Big balls. I'm trying to look at the statue again. I feel like it's harder for me to see it on the red bricks. Okay, second floor. Oh, no, 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 no. Alright, let's tone it down on the balls. This is a serious place. This is an intellectual stream. Yeah, let's just blow them up. I forgot to wait. I was going to wait until Madnar. Madnar is the one who tells you how to destroy them. You know, Diane wasn't able to tell us. She didn't know how. She thought they were indestructible and we just had to run away from them. Quaid Tasker with the 11 months. Thank you. Let's shrivel those balls up and pack them away. We might bring them out later. For Snatcher. What am I doing here? Think I'm safe here? Yeah. Have to be really careful with your movement. Go, 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 go. I am Dr. Drago Petrovich Madnar. Metal Gear is 20 kilometers north of this building. It's located 100 floors under Building 3. There is only one way to destroy Metal Gear. Attach plastic explosives to the legs of the unit where the armor is thin. The sequence is right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, right, left, right. Meaning right leg, left leg. After that, I don't remember, so you have to figure out the end of the sequence yourself. This is where you need to take out your notepad. You know what? I'm actually going to take this down here. Right, right, left, right. Left, left, right. Left, left. Right, right, left, right, left. Broken Roiler with the 4 months. Thank you very much. I never memorized this. No, I always take a note of it or bring up some old notes that I have. You have to attach 16 sets. The card that gets you out of Building 2 is with Bloody Brad. He's vulnerable to attacks from a rocket launcher. Good luck. Thank you. Yeah, we already got our card, so now we go back. Yeah, the Metal Gear fight, or the Metal Gear theme is cool in this. Go, 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 go. Again, we'll wait for these guys to turn. Yeah, now we can go. I'm gonna be lazy and kill these guys. Here, I think we might get a scripted alert. I can't remember. Yeah. game is just not nice to you here. Ooh, okay, nice. Now card 2 for this place, I think. Ba-da. Oh, I moved by mistake when I moved onto the screen. Fuck. We need Jennifer's help again here. This is Jennifer. I'll open the door. Over. Get the compass. Yeah, you can't open that door without Jennifer's help. Okay, we're coming up to the final act of Metal Gear 1. We're about to leave Building 2 for Building 3. And that's the final section. Cross over here, take some damage. If you go through that deeper section, you take some damage in the center. Although you can still use the box in the water. So now with card 7, we can make it to the desert here. Does Schneider have anything to say about the desert? It'll probably tell you where to get the compass if you don't have it. Yeah, the compass is on the 2nd floor. We already got it. Big boss? Nothing. Diane? Hi, this is Diane. Use the antidote against the scorpion poison. Bye. Yeah, so I just got hit by this scorpion. So every time you get hit, you have to deal with this poison effect where your health just continuously depletes. It kills you as well. So you really do need the antidote. Oh my god, get off me. Yeah, and to make it through this desert, you need to have the compass equipped. If you don't have the compass equipped, the areas just repeat on a loop. See how we're just going up and up here? If you don't have the compass, the areas just, yeah, they keep repeating. But if you do have a compass, eventually you'll make it to a new area here. This is Big Boss. Get in the truck on the right. Over. And this is where a Big Boss really starts trolling you hard here. All of these trucks, there are several trucks on the right. All of them either have enemies in it, or it'll take you, or the truck will take you back to an earlier area. One of the trucks takes you really far back as well, like close to the beginning of the game, meaning you'll have to backtrack all the way here. It's nasty. So you do not want to do what he says here. And again, he calls you. This is Big Boss. Enter the door on your left. Over. Alright, let's see what happens. Of course, it's card 1 that you need to use. Doesn't seem like much. An empty room. And another trap. This is Big Boss. Enter the door on your left. Over. Ooh, man. So what are we betting on today? No bets so far. This is Jennifer. There should be an oxygen cylinder on the other side of the wall. Over. So once again, we need to blast through one of these walls. We also get introduced to a new mechanic here with these cameras. At first glance, they might just look like another normal camera, but if we walk past them, they shoot out lasers. However, I'm not getting damaged. And that's because I'm not actually getting touched by them. They trigger as I run past. And I only get damaged if I stay underneath them. If I stop moving when I cross them, then I'll take damage. As long as you keep moving and keep running, they won't hit you. And this kind of foreshadows the Metal Gear boss fight later, because you need to avoid these while you're planting the C4 on Metal Gear. And here we get the oxygen cylinder. Is the game list for today's marathon a secret? No, if you press ! marathon, it should show you the rough idea for what the marathon will be. Yeah, there you go. No, DRK will be taken over later after Snatcher. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't go in here yet. Never mind. Yeah, let's go back up with our oxygen cylinder. Yeah, DRK will be here for Metal Gear 2 and MGS1. I'm kicking things off with MG1 and Snatcher. Ooh. I'm looking forward to doing Snatcher and Police Knots as a part of the marathon. Been been wanting to mix the marathons up for a while now with some other games. What I'd really like to do as well in the future would be to do like multi-game marathons. You know, like where I would maybe do some Silent Hill stuff. DRK could do Deus Ex or The Witcher or some shit. If we could figure out ways to time it. Yeah, I think that'd be fun. But again, I'm not sure if DRK would be down. And again, DRK doesn't stream as much other stuff. Yeah, he does The Witcher, sometimes Deus Ex. So yeah, I'd have to see if he would be down for that. Maybe The Witcher games as well would be too big to do as a part of a marathon in a way that would make sense. I don't know. But let it do. Better let it do. DRK should play P. Oh, PT. Yeah, DRK doesn't really have any interest in horror games, I don't think. From what I heard him say before. But yeah, PT is cool. We could do that as a part of the marathons. Obviously, I have a good bit of experience playing that. Right, so now that we have this cylinder, we can go up here. This allows us to swim underwater without taking damage. Oh, Jesus. I hate this section. I'm really bad at doing this quickly and efficiently. Ooh, go, go, go. So there, we destroy the panel with the Nikita. Classic. Get rid of the electrified floor. My balls. Your balls. His balls. This is Resistance Leader Schneider. I know who the Outer Heaven boss is. No way. The Outer Heaven boss is. Oh, no, 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 God. No. Oh my God. Schneider, are you okay? I can't believe it. Schneider's in trouble. He learned too much. He went too far. People aren't supposed to possess this kind of knowledge, this power. He went in too deep. Here we can just punch the panel. As you can see, the electrified floors are now back in operation. They have a really good maintenance team here in Outer Heaven. Yeah, we just destroy it again by punching it. I am Dirty Duck. Go ahead and shoot if you dare. Originally, this guy was called Coward Duck. For some reason, they changed it to Dirty Duck. This is Jennifer. Dirty Duck has card 8. My brother is among the captives. Please don't kill them. If anything happens to my brother, I won't help you anymore. Okay. And... yeah, he throws boomerangs. Oh, wow, okay. Diane, help me out here. Hi, this is Diane. The only way to win without killing your allies is to use the handgun. Bye. That isn't true at all, Diane, actually. The fastest and most efficient way to kill them is with the rocket launcher. You just need to be very precise with your placement of them. Oh god. Ah! 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 Come on, put the ration. Oof. Nice. Yeah, if you don't place those rockets correctly, he moves out of the way, the rocket hits the wall at the back, and it'll kill one of these guys, and you'll lose a rank. You'll lose a star. So you need to be very careful here with your placement if you do this strategy. Thanks for saving me. I'm Jennifer's brother. When you make your escape, climb the ladder on the left. Okay, some advice from Jennifer's brother. We get card 8. What the hell am I doing here? Once again, the electrified floor is back. Ooh, I hate this. Go, 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 go. Nice. My balls. Heavy ball. Pop, pop. Muddle-uddle-um. Okay, now back through the desert for the last time. Get away from me, Jesus. It's okay, it's okay. We only have to do the desert again. Wasn't looking at my health. Thankfully, we get a checkpoint here. Please. Thank you. Snake's running animation is pretty funny in this. It's kind of like a jive. In Metal Gear 2, he just power walks. I guess it actually looks more like a run here than Metal Gear 2. Metal Gear 2, he just power walks. I forgot again to heal. Okay, let's actually just use a ration this time. Jesus Christ. Okay, we're good. Snatcher really isn't all that perverted. Police Knots sure is, though. And Police Knots, you can grope every single woman in the game before even talking to them. Including your ex-wife's daughter. But that's only in the Saturn version, after fan demands. Due to fan backlash that there wasn't enough groping. In the original version, they thought that might have been a bit too inappropriate, you know, given that it's your ex-wife's daughter. But they eventually caved. They gave in the end. Let's see. Body armor. No, I don't think there was a fan backlash. But I think some fans did request more groping. Yeah, Police Knots is a crazy game. Now we're back down here. We have card 8. So now we can go in and talk to this dude. Thank you for helping me. The Outer Heaven boss is Foxhound's commanding officer. Big boss. He's behind all of this. Don't let him trick you. Oh my god. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. No, it can't be. Who is this? This is Big Boss. Solid Snake, abort the mission. Return immediately. He knows. He's been found out. You've been found out, Big Boss. You didn't expect me to make it this far, did you? This is an order. Turn off the power on your PlayStation 3 at once. Over. Sick. That isn't something that they just added to this version of the game, by the way. That's also in the original game. Metal Gear 1 did it first, not MGS2. MGS2 is actually calling all the way back to Metal Gear 1 in that moment. Let's go back to our body armor. Whoa, 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 whoa. Gas mask. You mean the original game told you to turn off your PlayStation? Exactly. Okay, I guess I'm forgetting. No, of course they altered the dialogue for every release of the game. It kind of sucks in the Master Collection because it doesn't feel like a smashing of the fourth wall. It feels just kind of confusing. In the Master Collection, he says, turn off your device or something. Turn off the power on your device at once. And I guess it's because of the game being multi-plat and they wanted the dialogue to fit every version. Or something. Either way, it kind of fucks up that moment, I think, because there shouldn't be any ambiguity, you know? When you read it for the first time, you might be like, wait, my device? Is he talking about an item that I have? You know, it should be... He needs to mention the console for it to work. Otherwise, it's just going to be confusing. The PC and 3DO versions have more breast shaking than the PlayStation and Saturn versions. Really? So we actually get less jiggle on the Saturn version. Even though we probably... It's probably a give and a take, right? In those other versions, you probably can't grope your ex-wife's daughter. But you can get more jiggle out of the people that you can grope. That's probably how it is, because I think the Saturn version is exclusive in that way. Am I right, Bad Humans? And I think the Saturn version also allows you to... There are other characters as well that you can grope that you couldn't grope before. Like when you're in the museum, when you're in the space museum, you in the other versions of the game, you couldn't actually get a close-up look at the receptionist, but in the Saturn version, you do. Although I think maybe she prevents you from groping her. I think she might. Yeah, I can't remember. Anyway, we'll see it later on in the marathon. Oof. Jesus, I knew that was a risk. This is Jennifer. You're just gonna have to make a run for it. As long as you have some rations left, you'll be okay. Over. Yeah, if you were playing the original version of the game, there's actually a secret switch on the wall here. Unfortunately, it doesn't exist in this version, but if you were playing the original version, there would be a switch right there. And that would also turn off the floor. But we're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. Ah! It's like the microwave corridor. So, here's Metal Gear with his cool, unique theme music. He is not a threat at all by himself. We just need to watch out for the lasers. It's the lasers that protect it and deal the damage. Now, let me look at my notes. We only have 16 sets. It needs 16 sets to destroy it. So we can't fuck up any of these placements. Every single one has to be perfect. Right leg first. Then right leg again. Then left leg. Then right leg. Then 2 left legs, I think. Right leg and then another 2 left. Now 2 right legs, I think. I'm pretty sure I remember the end of it. Left leg, right leg. Left leg. Right leg. Right leg. Oh! Emergency! Emergency! The self-destruct sequence for Outer Heaven has been initialized. All personnel are ordered to evacuate immediately. Oh my god. Go, 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 go! Oh shit. Solid Snake, I've been expecting you. I am the supreme commander of the Foxhound unit and the leader of the fortress of Outer Heaven. Big boss. I gave this mission to you, a rookie, thinking I could use you to fool the rest of the world. But you were too good. You went too far. Solid Snake. I'm not going down alone. I'm taking you with me. Prepare to die. Oh my god. This is Diane. I don't know how to defeat Big Boss. Now it's all up to you. Solid Snake. I want to tell you. Never mind. Be careful. Oh my god, I hope Steve didn't hear this. Be careful with Steve, Diane. I'm afraid of what kind of relationship you're in. Jennifer. This is Jennifer. If you use a cigarette, you'll buy yourself some more time. Come back alive. Got it? Solid Snake. So, this is a crazy detail here. Look at the timer. 27:98. Ticking down. And like Jennifer said, if we eat the entire packet of cigarettes like this, we get more time. Well, what did it go from? Like 27 to 47? Equip these rations. So this guy is really quick. Big Medic has all his mobility enhancements. All his mobility upgrades. My god, come back here. Alright, what about mines? Will mines work? Oh, you scumbag. Oh! Okay, I'm putting another one there then. Yeah, it just walks over it like it's nothing. Yeah, what you really need to do is use rockets. It's the only thing that works. Go, 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 go! This is Solid Snake. Metal Gear has been destroyed. Operation Intrude N313 was a success. No big deal. Job done, that's all. No big deal. I'm coming back now. Over. The only words we get from Solid Snake in this game. This is Radio K&K. We have a special news flash. Today, before sunrise, a large earthquake was recorded in the vicinity of Galsburg, South Africa. Presenting the staff of Metal Gear. Hey! Ho! Alright, fools. Snatcher. Up next. Can you hear me? Solid Snake, I'm not dead. Someday I'll get even with you. Someday we will meet again. There we go. 2 hours and 40 minutes. Original difficulty. 0 saves, 4 continues, 14 alerts, 11 kills, 14 rations used. And we get the deer rank. All right, there we go. There we go. Fun playthrough. Let's switch over to Snatcher, shall we? Let me just set this up. Let me quit out here. I'll just play some tunes for a couple of minutes while I get Snatcher set up. It really shouldn't take all that long. Let's turn off that for now. 1 sec, guys.